live for another casual conversation with the classic, and today I got that man, the nasty one himself, the mayor of Pound Town, the co-host, but in my mind, the star of the Janela Zone, good old nasty Leroy. What's going on, brother? How are you?
Not much, aka that nasty man,
That
your
nasty
girlfriend's
man.
favorite wrestler, favorite
Yeah.
podcaster, uh, the president of the Nasty Nation, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All my nicknames.
He's got all the nicknames. Where'd you come up with half these nicknames? Let's start with that, because you got a lot of nicknames, and everybody calls you something different.
I always had nicknames from wherever I was growing up. I always had nicknames, and it would change from year to year and stuff. So I had nicknames when I came down to Atlanta. When I was I was forced to move. I was in a
Yeah.
relocation program. So I was forced to move, and I would always wear a Philly jersey. And then people in Atlanta, the schools I was going to, they would be calling me Philly kid. And then somebody told me I look like Smokey Jr. I gotten Draymond Green as lately. He look like his brother. I've gotten all kinds of nicknames and aliases and stuff, but the ones I came up with was just me uh talking a lot of talking a lot of shit. It's basically talking a lot of trash. And but not only just Hooters, but just anywhere I was going partying.
Yeah.
Uh I think a lot of the women that I was dealing with, they was like, I don't know if he's really about that life. So I just let them know. But hey, listen, you know, where the young hung skill the tongue came from is like she didn't think I can go, and I was like, you just don't know about me. Other them other dudes, they ain't like me. I mean, I'm the original. I'm young, hung, skilled the tongue, and that's how it is. So,
Dude, you're full of personality. You're full of character. I love it. I'm gonna just give you a brief history of how I found you. I literally just popped into Janela Zone. I'm a big Joey Janela fan. I have been. You were actually just on one of my friends' podcasts, the Struggle Spotlight series with Ryan. And I want to give credit to Ryan because back in like 2015, 2016, he introduced me to Joey Ryan, the character. I didn't know who that was, but Ryan's from on the East Coast. He's like, "Oh, have you heard of Joey Janela? Like, he's a man." So I became a big Joey Janela fan. I got to meet Joey Janela in 2018 down in NOLA. And I've just been a big Joey Janela supporter. So I hopped in his live stream, because quarantine's been really boring. We've been all locked down. And I tuned in. And then there was the nasty man himself, Leroy. I just want to give you guys a big thank you for being so entertaining for so many boring nights where I've been sick of watching TV or finding it on Netflix. I look forward to watching Janela Zone and seeing you guys, and also just seeing you. It came to a point where I just started enjoying your live streams when Janela's not even there. Like, you became the hottest free agent of this quarantine. How does that feel?
it just feels good. It feels like my mission that I started out for is to do something in 2020 and not have like a year that I had last year, which is not the best year.
Yeah.
It's probably like I was at rock bottom. So, come from rock bottom to the highest peak of being the hottest agent, the hottest in the game as I call myself. So
You are.
yeah.
How did you connect with Janela? How did that work out?
I was talking to Janela through Twitter, and I would just hit him up here and there. Like I would like this is how I did it. I messaged every wrestler and promoter, and I messaged them on email and stuff, and they just was like, some hit me back, some didn't. You know, I just like quote unquote call people out,
Yeah.
but I call it sending a message. So I just sending a message that hey, I'm the new face of professional wrestling, the new face of independent wrestling. This Ethan Page that got Black Ram because I called him out for a title shot. Yeah, just stuff like that, and then same thing with Joey, and then not even knowing that he knew my name. So I was like, I'm just gonna see what happened. So he didn't he hit me back. He replied one time and he says, "You're not never wrestling me. You're wrestling the Invisible Man." I said, "All right, I'll wrestle the Invisible Man." I never did, but
Yeah.
uh, then my friend Clothesline, who was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Yeah, I just hit Joey up. I just hit the bad boy Joey Janela up." I don't. I didn't say I didn't think it was gonna go nowhere, but I was like, yeah, it is what it is. He didn't hit me back. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep grinding. And then he was like, oh man, We gotta get you in front of Janela. We gotta get you in front of Janela. So apparently, one day I wasn't online, and he got online with Joey, and he's like, who's this nasty Leroy I've been hearing
Yeah.
about and stuff. And he's like, oh man, you gotta check him out. Actually, he said, do you train with Nasty Leroy? He said, yeah, I train with him at 1-4 Power Factory.
Yeah.
So, he would be the I guess the mediator um for it all. So,
So when did you first start appearing on Janela Zone? When did that become a thing where you guys started doing live streams together?
well, I paired him in January before he had the Janela Zone.
Yeah.
Like he was I was in the chat, and he was like, Leroy, Nasty
Yeah.
Leroy, get in here, Nasty Leroy. So we did like two, 3 streams,
Yeah.
and people started getting really familiar for a little bit. They were starting to love me and stuff, but then we took a break for a minute, and I think when quarantine happened, when he went live, I literally was in there, and I was like, oh, he was like, he seen me, so he's like, oh, Nancy Lever's in here. He just guesses me. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do this right quick, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say, do what I gotta do. You can guess whoever you want to guess.
Yeah.
So I did my thing, uh, whatever, and then I was like, hey, have you ever seen You ever seen my dance called the Nancy Swing? He's
Yeah.
like, nah, what is that? And he said, all right, I'll show you. So I put on Return of the Mac, and I just did my Nancy Swing dance, and he cracked up, but he was trying not to crack up. So I was like, oh, you can go ahead and laugh. I don't care. Like, it's a good dance. So,
Well, now it's over as hell. You got to do it in front of Aaron Carter. I was there for that one. You got to do it for Nikki Glaser, the comedian. I was there for that one. One of the first live streams that I was in was one of your pre-games before the Janela Zone when Janela disappeared for a little bit. And you had Cody Rhodes and you had Matt Cardona, aka Matt Corona, and you had Chelsea Green, and you had all these people come in. It was after you made an appearance in AEW, and you actually got to do the nasty swing with Chelsea Green for Cody guys. It's taken off. Did you expect that to happen? Like, did you realize what was happening when you first started doing this stuff?
nah, I didn't. Like, the confident, the fondness is talking, and me be like, oh yeah, I expected it, but like the humble me, didn't even expect that I would get out my room in quarantine. To be honest,
Yeah.
it's like me being on AEW is like, I don't want to say it was out of body experience, but it's like I was just, I like not too long ago when I came on the Janela Zone, I would say I was upset. I was like trying to take my mind off of like my job situation. So it's like I really wanted to make it a full-time career, or at least part-time, where I earn enough money where I can quit my job.
Yeah.
So I just was like, all right, let me just go on Instagram streams. That's all we got to do anyway. You can work out and you know stuff like that and watch wrestling. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go on Joey stuff. He, I expected he would put me on, but I never was like, oh, this is gonna give me success and I'm gonna pair on AEW. I normally used to do that, but I now just like I focus on it now. I used to go way down the road. Like, oh yeah, if I pay on this person's live or this person's Twitter, I'm gonna blow up and I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to this place and that place. And I kind of stopped. I'm not saying that's not a bad thing, but I stopped thinking about the long term and start thinking about the short term and then now. So when I was in there with Brett Baker and
Yeah. You have
I
Britt
was
Baker on.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was in there and I was just like, yeah, I would like to go to AEW one day. That's one of my big goals. I mean, that is my biggest goal because me personally, I never was like going to go to WWE at all. Was never my goal at
Yeah.
all. I know a lot of people. Eddie Kingston said this one time. He says, "Don't be, don't be a mark for the letters, but me, how you gonna be used, how you gonna be facilitated, how it's
Yeah.
gonna make you happy and stuff." So, Ring of Honor's offering you a deal, you take that deal. So I knew like W's not gonna offer me, and even if they did offer me a deal, I'm not made for that I'm not made for that company. Like I'm not I would say not too offlandish. My opinions and how I talk and how I walk, I really don't give
It's just not your vibe.
no fucks. Like you can
Yeah.
ask anybody that worked with me in jobs. Like I did give. Like if you talk down to me, I'm going to talk to you like like I don't care what your name is. It
Yeah.
could be Triple H or Vince McMahon, and QT knows this, and anybody that knows me, I don't give no fucks. So it's like I would have been never on TV. You'd probably see me one time, if that. And I knew that wasn't my goal. Basically, I didn't see myself with a major organization. I saw myself hopefully on the independent scene, making a name for myself, being a constant on the
Yeah.
independent circuit.
I got a ton of questions for you about AEW and all that other stuff. But I want to rewind for a second. For those that aren't familiar with Nasty Leroy, I hopped on here because I'm familiar with you and I'm a fan, so I got excited. Leroy is an independent wrestler, and I want to hear about that story. Like, what made you get into wrestling? When did you start pursuing wrestling? Where did you train? Let's start with that.
I was been a long time fan of wrestling. My first wrestling event was ECW, going to the ECW arena.
Yeah, that's
And,
amazing.
yeah, so I didn't know if any other wrestling was out there. I know it sounds funny, but I didn't know about WWF at the time.
Yeah.
I grew up in a foster. I grew up in a group home. And I had other
Yeah.
kids that I watched TV with, and then I never paid attention to like WWF and Attitude Era. Like I think I paid a little attention to it, but it didn't really like grab me. So I watched that. I think it was like in 2001 or 99 or 98, somewhere in there. I specifically remember when ECW came on TV because I thought there was a whole different league coming on another person's channel. I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell is this? Like, why are they going over there?
Yeah.
Other than that, I watched a lot of WCW because I had got moved to I we got the channels on in Philly at the time, WCW, and then I moved to the South later on while I was in my location program. I moved to the South, moved to Texas for a little bit, then I moved to Florida and stuff. So I obviously found like Southern wrestling. Well, actually, no. By the time I moved to the South, WCW was gone. Actually, they closed up and everything. I was just mainly watching WWE. But to answer your question, I got into wrestling. I was like, I watched WWE from here and there,
Yeah.
SmackDown, Raw, all that kind of stuff. But that never really grabbed my attention. So I was like, I watched independent wrestling for a long time. So I watched Beyond for a couple years. I think I found like in 2013, and watched great matches like JT Dunn and Chris Hero and Shug D and stuff like that, and Matt Tremont, and I watched CZW, and I was just getting any pro wrestling I can. I was just like I had time, I had a lot of jobs, so I would like just get a lot of the Smart Mark video stuff online. Watch a
Yeah.
whole lot of Shimmer. I'm like the biggest
Yeah.
Shimmer fan.
That's awesome.
Whole lot of Shimmer. Like I watched the wars between Lufisto and um Chilling and Melissa. I
That's
watched the
amazing.
Canadian Ninjas. I watched I watched a whole bunch of Shimmer. So yeah, I watched Heidi when she was in Shimmer. I tell the people at the school, like the girls at the school, like get on Shimmer, get on Shine.
Yeah, no, it matters. It's a
Yeah,
great place for women's wrestling.
get on Rise. That's where you can you're gonna become your best. You're gonna become the best wrestler because they gonna push you and you're gonna learn a lot. So I say get to Rise. They came
Yeah.
down to the Power Factory once before, so I think if they come back again, they go to the seminar. But yeah,
So where are
I
you
just watched.
training? Where do you train?
I trained a whole bunch of places, but my place that I really started to get really good was like the Power Factory. So I first started training with Johnny Stringer, and then that only held me up to a certain level. Um, let's see, 2014 in September I started, and then I just he was like, oh, this start doing referee, and I did referee, but I would never get really that much booked, so I did referees from like a couple promotions, but not that much that I was getting booked as a referee. So I ring announced for a little bit, and then the Power Factory / Nightmare Factory is I
Yeah.
was almost gonna call it the Power Factory because I know it's that.
Yeah.
Gave me the opportunity to be. He's like, hey, you want to be a manager? QT's like, hey, you want to be a manager? I was like, yeah, I'll be a manager. I was like,
And
long as
QT
you
is
give
one of
me.
the main trainers, or like one of the main owners of the Power Factory, correct?
It's him and Glacier. Him and Glacier are the like partners.
So Glacier, who used to be in WCW, for those who are wondering who that is, and then QT Marshall, who you might be seeing on AEW every week now. Those are the people that Leroy is referring to. But go on. So you did ring announcing, you did some refereeing, then he asked if you wanted to be a manager, so you started managing. When did you get into the ring and actually start wrestling?
So this is where the story comes from. Actually, I would bug him all the time when we was on the road because we would go on the road almost see like twice a week. Anytime
Yeah.
he had a booking, so I would bug him all the time in the car. Hey, you gotta let me wrestle. 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 He said, just don't you just want to manage? I'm like, yeah, but I still want to wrestle. I like to chop people and get a crowd for a reaction. You know, I like to do my elbow stuff. I like to get in there and do my thing. I gotta get in there, so it's relief for me. You know, I gotta chop people. You know, sometimes I have angry boyfriend's trying to get me, so I gotta get that anger out. And he's like, so he says, he says, all right, maybe one day, maybe one day. I was like, I was like, fuck, come on, man. So
Yeah.
like, I just told him like, all right. So I thought to myself that I think the one event that I went to was like in Augustus, and I think it was like he heard the reaction that was getting me coming out with him, and then I did that match as a manager. Took a few bumps and stuff. He's like, well, you know what? I might, and he was just leaning to it. I think
Yeah.
what really changed his mind was like we went to Tennessee. We did we have a wrestling promotion. Who those who don't know, we had a wrestling promotion. It was one FW, one for all wrestling. So we went to Tennessee a lot. And it was Cleveland, Tennessee, and I got the reaction where he was just hating me.
Yeah.
Tennessee and like Cornelia, Georgia, in a landmark arena, they hated me, they despised me as a villain because I started off as a big heel down there. You know, I know how to get. I've been living in Atlanta for quite some time, so I know how to get on the Georgians.
Yeah. How to get under this? Yeah.
Yeah. So, he seen that, and then I think when we went to Norcross, he was like, "All right." After the Norcross show, after I got our ovation, he was like, "All right, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give you a match." So I got a tag match. I think it was in September after the American Dream scholarship thing going on. It was in September. I think September 18th. Uh, so that's when I had my first match, my first in a tag match. Me and at the time Vanilla Vance, aka Preston Vance, as people know. Now I don't know what his name is. He's just I think he's a number what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we was back then was the Nasty Muscle. We became a tag team for a short while. We traveled around the southeast, and yeah, that's what we did. So I
That's
think
amazing. Did you want when? So when did you know you wanted to pursue wrestling though? Like when did you when did you know you were going to go to the school?
I
Was there a
was
moment where you're like, this is what I want to do?
it was I saw my friend. I saw my friend Friday.
Mhm.
Like he was wrestling. Like at the time before me and my former friend Hater was when back when we was friends, he was like, I'm gonna contact Aaron. I'm like, who's Aaron? He's like, oh, his name is Freddie Wrestles is Friday. So I was like, all right, we're gonna go to a show. Back he was in the NWA Atlanta.
Yeah.
So went up there, we watched him. I seen the interaction he had. He was a popular guy and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Afterwards I asked him like, how do you do this? And I thought you had I thought you had a you go through like the combine or whatever. I thought you had a specific way you had to do that. You had to
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't know how you get into it. I knew there was wrestling schools, but I didn't know how you get into it. Then he told me, hey, you can just go sign up, go pay your fee and everything. And at the time, I didn't really have that much money because I was in between jobs.
Mhm.
So I was like, huh. So I got a side gig, of course. I'm always hustling. That's in my
Yeah.
Philly nature. So uh, I went to after just leaving Swingers, I went to AR Foxes for a little bit. And then I saw them opening up, and I told my dad, told Nancy was senior. He's like, I don't have that money for it. I was like, we went to the open house. We worked out a payment plan at the time. Um, and I think like I met so to get people a little started, I met QT in Orlando in 2017. That's
Okay.
when he first met me at the Team Vision Dojo, and I was like, oh, do I go to
So
wrestling
you were
camp?
actually at the Team Vision Dojo too, eh?
Huh?
You were training at the Team Vision Dojo as well?
Nah. I went down there for like seminars and stuff.
Okay.
I wanted to go there. I was actually pursuing like to make the move down there. That was my thing because I was like, oh, my dad was like, he's a real southeast kind of guy. He doesn't
Yeah.
leave the southeast.
Yeah.
Is if it ain't in the Georgia, Florida, North Carolina facility or Texas facility, he's not gonna leave it.
Yeah.
I always make fun of him because of that because he says his R's and his W's like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I met QT down there, and um, I guess he took a liking to me because he was like, hey, listen, Nancy, you're not gonna be chopping me like you're chopping everybody else. Then months later, I'm chopping him at the
Yeah.
school. So yeah, May 17th, May in 2017 was my first class, and that was I celebrated my anniversary not too long ago.
That's insane. Congratulations. And that's not even that like you that's what, 3 years, and look how you're blowing up already. And I know you're saying the last year is really tough for you, but look at 2020, a year that's been really hard for a lot of people, has been really great for you. And you've actually like given us so much because like I'm literally a Leroy fan. It's because of the stuff you're not even doing in the ring, and now I want to support you in the ring, and that's so cool. A couple of things I want to know. First things first, I heard you on the other podcast. I heard you're a big hockey fan. I'm really, really happy to hear that because I am Canadian. Hockey's a big deal up here. I'm from Vancouver. I'm a big hockey fan, been a lifelong hockey fan. I heard you're a Philadelphia Flyers fan. I was a huge Eric Lindros fan back in the day, so that was super cool to hear. So why hockey?
People always ask me like things like I think Ryan was kind of surprised. Like
Yeah,
they were like, Nancy, you like hockey? I was like, yeah, I like hockey. I've always liked hockey. I think when I was my friend's dad was taking care of me, and then before I got into the group home, we would watch Flyers and pro wrestling. That's what
yeah,
that's what we did. Flyers and pro wrestling. I never got along with any of my parents, or except for the Samoans and the Italians. I got along with them. They was cool.
yeah,
But it was Flyers. It was Flyers and pro wrestling because, I called him my dad at the time. He hated the Flyers, and no, he hated Flyers. He hated the Penguins. My bad.
yeah,
So he hated the Penguins. He told me about the rivalry, the Keystone State
yeah.
rivalry, which goes back to the 70s. If people don't know, it's
Yes,
like it's like a Michigan, Ohio kind of shit. It's like the
yeah,
Yankees and Boston is that kind of rivalry. Like it's a lot of fake Pittsburgh Penguins and Steelers fans who act like they're real Steelers fans. Okay, but
yeah,
if you're not from the city of Pittsburgh, we don't really have real heat. We don't really have real hate. People from
yeah,
Pittsburgh, I could automatically say, "Oh yeah, the Flyers are the best." I'm like, nope, no, they're not. They're like, yeah, they are. Nope, no, they're not. Any Pittsburgh person you ask, they're like, it's like you just tell them like, hey, this is the best team in the world. We gonna get the Stanley Cup. Oh, we won the Stanley Cup 2 times. I'm like, oh, you guys cheated. You paid off referees. It's a known fact.
yeah. No,
I'm always
I really appreciated it when I found out you were a hockey fan. The Canadian in me was like, oh, that's so cool. Like Leroy's a hockey fan because I grew up a huge hockey fan. I grew up collecting hockey cards. I got like the coolest rookie cards. I have a Philadelphia Flyers jersey because anytime I went to a city, I made sure I bought a jersey. I apologized to my parents. I didn't realize how expensive that was when I was a kid. I do now, but I thought that was really cool, and I wanted to bring it up. The Nasty Team. What is the Nasty Team?
Oh, the Nasty Team I have on my shirt here.
Yeah.
The Nasty Team was originally started by before we stopped being friends. It was started by me, my friend Dwayne, my friend Ricky at the time. These are all my friends at the time. We all started a group. It's like 4 of us. So it's like if you can bind together, like it's like a fight team. It's
Yeah.
like the money team. Like boxing has their fight teams, and also you mix the four. You put the 4 horsemen in there. You put some modern stuff with the Undisputed Era. You put in there with the NWO. You put a little bit of the Bullet Club in there, and put all those factions together. Bam! That goes the Nasty Team.
Yeah.
And so we came out, and we everybody knew us as the Nasty Team, like Nasty Leroy. That's not as Nasty Leroy and the Nasty Team. When you saw us coming in the club, and they go to the Nasty Team, they about to drink a whole lot of beer and drink a whole lot of alcohol. They about to talk a lot of shit. If we came in Hooters, if we came in any strip club, we toss some money. They know when we left at the Impact. So it was just as a, it was just we became like brothers. So we formed a group like
Yeah.
that, and it was just like we was the Nash team. We like anybody that knows me in Atlanta knows that that's a Nash team. That is, I am legit certified in the city. I don't say, oh, this is my city, but I am a legit street legend in the city, a local celebrity before all this started happening. So,
Why are they former friends? What happened to the Nasty Team?
well, the Nasty team. The Nasty team was created because we wanted to bring some, stables. There was people coming out with stables at the time,
Yeah.
and that was getting jumped in wrestling a lot of times. So I needed my boys to help me out. Why they became bitter is the simple fact is one guy, he had a career, he had a chance to be a pro wrestler, but he decided not to get in the ring and actually train. He cut
Yeah.
promos like I don't know what, and his name is Dwayne. So
Yeah.
he just started being bitter, telling me what not to do and what this to do. And then first he started helping me out. Like
Yeah.
first he would help. Like I didn't know how to get on Instagram. I didn't know how to do hashtags. I didn't do none of that because I never been on it. So he helped me with that. He helped me market myself because he had a degree. He has a degree in marketing, and he would help me. And then when I would just tell him, "Hey, this is my idea. I'm thinking about." I think when we started drifting way apart, I had an idea that, hey, I like to do comedy in my matches. You'd be like, oh, you shouldn't do comedy in matches. You should be a serious main eventer kind of guy. And I was like, you don't have to be serious all the time because I'm not serious
Yeah.
all the fucking time. Like I was like, that's not me. I gotta be
Yeah.
different me. I think people will like me. So he was like, I remember on events, he was stop doing a nasty swing. You're too gimmicky. I was like, no, this is how I like to do it in training. I like to do that. And then when I started, I think I told him I was like, all right, I'm about to go in the Janela Zone. I'm about to go on Joey Show. This is like maybe like this is the first few times that I was going on there. He was like, "Oh, don't go in there because you're gonna be looked as a comedy wrestler. Your career is never gonna be the same. All that kind of stuff." I'm like, I'm not a comedy wrestler. I can be, but I can be a multi wrestler. I can be a hybrid. I always say I like to do comedy in my stuff, but I can also kick your ass. It'd be like I could drink strawberry kiwi martini and still kick your ass at the same
Yeah.
time. So, I think he wasn't about that. Not only because he wasn't about that, he knew that if I got it more popular on Janela, that like the true side of him would came out, and he'd be jealous and stuff.
So your friendship and this union with Joey Janela is kind of what made Dwayne and the rest of the Nasty team a little bitter towards your success that was coming from it.
He,
And
he
and it's been proven that you being you being an exaggerated version of yourself, having fun, doing the nasty swing, being yourself is what really got you over, because that's what led to us talking. That's what led to a lot of people wanting to tune in. That's what led to your live streams popping off. Like they got jealous and bitter that it actually worked and it didn't work the way they expected to. Do they expect like credit or something, or what is it do you think that keeps them bitter? Do they feel like they don't get the appreciation they deserve, or
yeah, it's just like that. They want me to give them credit for we gave you the name. We gave you the name first. It started as a joke because I didn't like the name.
yeah,
Yeah, it sounded like a pervert at the time, but I was like, I started using it. And I was like, let me use it, see what happens. So I started using it around the city, and girls started getting, they started getting curious. The natural curiosity.
Yeah.
Why's your name nasty, Leroy? How nasty are you? Um, what does that really mean? Stuff like that. And so I started bagging all kinds of girls around the city, and that's where the mayor of Pound Town came. I got so confident in my abilities of like bagging girls as I called myself the mayor of Pound Town. So and it was all with them when I made it up. So they can't say like, oh, they normally say, oh, we came up with this. They came up with the name. We all came up with the name. We all came with the name, the Nash team. It was a collective effort. My name is gonna be Nash Leroy. It's gonna be the Nash team. My idea was, like I said to you, was like about me boxing meets MMA fight camps, meets the Four Horsemen, meets Undisputed Era, meets the Bullet Club, all those
Yeah.
in one. Yeah. So they want me to give them credit, and I'll give them credit. They did come up with the name. They did help Nancy Leroy come out because I wouldn't embrace the name otherwise.
Yeah.
But I think what they want me to do is give all the success to them so they can, so all people be like, oh yeah, he came up with all the name and this is the true creator. I think they want all the praise. They want all the fame. They want to do interviews like this and stuff
Yeah.
like
Do you think is that the same reason why you have that beef with the Belt God? Is that where that came from? The same situation? Because he's a
it
part of the
is. Because
nasty team, right?
it is. He was the one of the co-founders of the Nash team. And it's the same reason. Like he became jealous. But this is the thing. I have helped him out. Like I have literally be like, hey, come to the Power Factory, man. Come to the Power Factory and train. And he didn't want to get in there. He didn't want to get in there and train.
If I can help you out a little bit, if I can give you credit for something, um, and I'm sure they probably know, we wouldn't be talking about them right now if it wasn't for you. So in a way, you're helping them out too. I wouldn't know who the Belt God is. I wouldn't know who Dwayne is. I probably wouldn't know there's more people to the nasty team. I would have thought it was just you, and that's you're the nasty Leroy. Because of you, they're getting this recognition that they probably would never have gotten if Nasty Leroy didn't pop off this 2020.
Yeah.
That's my defense for you. So if they listen to this, I hope they hear that because
Oh, he will. He will.
we know who they are because we know you. AEW, how did that all happen? How did you end up on Dynamite? Joey Janela said he didn't even know. He got so happy when he saw you outside hanging out. How did you get to Dynamite? How did that all pop off? It was really that was like this is the thing. Like I wasn't following the Janela Zone since January or February or March. And I kind of popped in just last month. Once again, I've been a fan of Janela for years now, thanks to Ryan and stuff and that whole crew. And I met Janela in 2018 through John Carlo at WrestleMania weekend, so I'm cool with them and stuff. But I just popped in because I was like, check out Janela's live stream. I saw you, and then literally the following week you were on Dynamite, and I'm like, who is this Leroy guy, and why do I have to get to know him? So how did that happen? How did you end up on AEW Dynamite?
I got a call from my coach QT. He was like, I was like, so this is how it happened. Like, he hit me up. He says, "Hey, don't say nothing." First, I thought I was in trouble. I said this on the Spotlight series. I literally, because I got in trouble before, so I was like, "Oh, I'm in trouble." I said some on IG that he didn't like, or somebody didn't like. So, I think people now think that I'm like signed with AEW, but I'm like a homegrown guy essentially because I train at the Nightmare Factory and stuff like that. I'm really a homegrown guy that they're bringing in. They didn't. I didn't think they were gonna kick me out, but I didn't think they was gonna use me.
Yeah.
The honest me, like I didn't think I was gonna be on AEW, so I didn't put no thought to like, hey, AEW. I would always hashtag all elite flyness and just I would like send little subliminal messages like I should be in AEW. I didn't think it was gonna happen, so QT called me up and he said, don't say nothing on Instagram. I was like, listen, QT, I didn't say nothing. I have been good. I have been on my best behavior. I have been nice. I have been like like I've been the nicest you ever seen. He's like, oh, okay, good. I'm glad. And it's like, well, I gotta tell you something. So he normally jokes with me a lot about
Yeah.
going to like this places and not. So they rep me. Everybody reps me. So I don't know which is real, which is the rep. So he says to me, he says, hey, get your national team shirt and pack your stuff. Get some suits. You going down to Jacksonville. I was like, stop playing, QT, okay? Stop playing. This is not funny, okay? This is you playing with me now.
Yeah.
You see I'm out here. I'm trying to get out the house, and you know I'm out here trying to get the house. So stop playing with me. So I was literally about to hang up on him. So I was like, I'm about to hang up on you. He's like, no, don't hang up on me. Listen, you're going to Jacksonville. Cody needs you down there. I was like, say what now?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, Cody. You talking about Cody Rhodes? He said, what is there? And he goes, yeah, that's Cody Vance, but Cody Rhodes needs you. I'm like, so I'm just like, Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where the Jaguars play. Tony Khan's company, right? He said, yeah, that's correct, Nancy. He says, are you gonna give your mom the phone? I'm trying to get a hold of this, okay?
Yeah.
Are you in shock? I'm a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit. But I'm trying not to be like, oh my God. Like, I'm not trying to do like that. So he says, give your mom the phone. Is she awake now? I was like, yeah, she's awake. She was fading off to sleep anyway, but she was,
Yeah.
I had to tell her, like, he's like, QT's on the phone. He wants to talk to you. I didn't even tell him about the AEW stuff. He want to talk to you. So she's in shock because he couldn't, like, she can't, QT had to tell her over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Mostly than I was. My parents didn't get used to it until the next day until I left. Actually.
Yeah.
So I told my dad, and he was like, "Oh, what channel? Oh, it's gonna be on YouTube, right?" I was like, "No, it's gonna be on TNT." He's like, "Oh, it's gonna be on a big network, huh? It's gonna be on nationwide. You're gonna be nationwide." I said, "Yeah." So okay, well, you better get going then. I was like, "Wait, I'm walking out and stuff," and then like, yeah, so it didn't hit him until later on. I was like, check for me on TNT. I think I might be first. I don't know. So
that's crazy.
So
Joey had no idea.
Nobody had no idea except for my parents. I was
your parents and QT and Cody. That's it.
QT and Cody, my parents, and me.
That's crazy. So what was your reaction when you were back there? Because I know a lot of people are familiar with you now because of the Janela Zone. Like obviously, like Janela, he talked about how you were outside and he came out and he saw you and he was shocked and so happy to see you. But I know other people are very aware of you too. Like what was the reaction backstage at AEW with Nasty Leroy there?
For after Joey said, he said Nasty Leroy, what the fuck? He said, and then Isaiah said, what the fuck are you? What? Wait, what? is this the infamous Nasty Leroy? I said, yeah, what's up, man? He said, oh, what's going on, Big Fatty? You're live with Joey. I said, yeah, I appreciate that. And like everybody was shocked. Like everybody was like, what?
Yeah.
Billy Gunn hit me with what the hell, Nasty? What are you doing here? I was like, I was brought in by Cody. Everybody was like, because I did a seminar with Billy at the Power Factory. So
yeah,
I'm like, he told me I'm like the only guy in wrestling school to just tell him like, hey, you know my stable is gonna be bigger than yours. Like,
was there anyone back there that was just like a rat bastard? You know, in your words.
MJF.
He's a rat bastard.
He's a rat bastard.
Why is he a rat bastard?
Like this guy. I told him on Twitter, I said, yo, you think we had conversation, or I just told him this. I said, you think that you're gonna get the crossroads, as Jared calls it, on my friend Clothesline Ramon, which if anybody don't know, he's like one of the great unsung heroes in AEW.
Yeah.
He helps out in One Fall and a Nightmare Factory. So he's one of my good friends. Like I feel like we was like if we was like switched not even switched at birth, like
Yeah.
straight apart from birth because we like get along so good. We had punk rock, we like wrestling, we had
That's
old school
awesome.
wrestling, new school wrestling, all that kind of stuff. So we like the same thing. And he knows I can't roast him, so he ribs me all the fucking time.
Yeah.
But he ribbed me there too. I'll get to that in a second. But MJF, I called his ass out. I said, yo, if I ever see you in person, I'm coming for you. I ain't one of them computer warriors. I'll come to your face, okay?
Yeah.
He ran in an action wrestling show. Ran. Got in the car, got his food, ran. Then I saw him in
He ran away from you?
AEW. And I said, oh, look at this. It's that rat bastard MJF.
Yeah.
And he was just like this, like trying to get away. He would be in the car, he would run away. Him and Cody would be driving. He's like, he's just like, oh, I don't know why you're trying to hide, because you gonna see me. You gonna see me. So when he couldn't run, when he had to just stay there,
yeah,
I was like, oh.
One of these days, man, we need to see a MJF versus Nasty Leroy. Needs to happen.
That gotta happen. Matter of fact, it's gotta happen, but I don't think he is gonna, he's gonna do everything in his power to get it not to happen. But I told him, I was like, he's like, why do you hate me? This little backstage stuff people didn't get to see. Why do you hate me? I was like, why do I hate you? That's the $1 million question. That is the obvious question. I know everybody else hates you for different reasons, but you took it on your bright idea, I'm better than you kind of self. The come on, my friend, and do the crossroads, aka the double cross. You decided to do that, and I am gonna get revenge. Oh yeah, you're gonna see me here a lot. And when I am here, just know that you'll be called lots of rat bastards and be lucky that people holding me back.
Yeah.
People holding me back to not punch you in the face. Which people did hold me back. DLP was like, as soon as I seen him, like my friend closed, I'm like, hey, listen, he started looking at mine. He's like, listen, Nancy, don't do nothing to get you kicked out. I was like, all right, I'm out. I was like, so they had to back me up and stuff. They had the
MJF's gonna get his. You're gonna choke him with that Burberry scarf. You won't know it.
So,
was there anyone else back there that was interested? Did you get to interact with Chris Jericho at all?
Oh yeah, Chris Jericho got to liking me. We talked after the show.
Yeah.
After AEW Dynamite, I told him on the escalator all my nicknames, and then going to drink and hanging out. I told him my names, and he just loved it. He loved the Nasty American Dream.
How about Tony Khan?
Tony Khan loved my nicknames too. They all love my nicknames, and they love me back there. And so yeah.
So how did you get to be like a extended member of the Nightmare family? How you because I know you're an extended member of the Nightmare family now, and you're very proud of it. You're still Nasty Leroy of the Nasty team, but you're also a part of the Nightmare family. How did that come about? How did you get tight with Cody and Brandy and the rest of them?
Well, they came to the Power Factory many times before, but like I didn't expect for the first. I have to lay this out. Before he went to the Dark Order, Vanilla Vance was a part of the Nightmare Factory, and I was like, man, I just want a Nightmare Factory jacket. I want to be a part of the Nightmare Factory. I tell him over and over, like I would tell him over and over, like, hey, can I get a jacket? Hey, can I be a part of the Nightmare Factory? They were like, we got Cody right now. So, but if a spot opens up, we'll let you know. So I kind of like was happy that he went to the Dark Order, that he disappeared, and I'm like, yes, it's time for me to over. It's time for me to get in there. So I was just like on Britt Baker's, like, I was talking to her, and I was like, I would like the jacket. I would like a Nightmare Factory. I would like to be part of the family. I mean, my uncle is a big part of why I got back into pro wrestling. We watched Dusty Rhodes' tapes. He had a whole bunch of NWA, Mid-South, Continental. He had all kinds of. He had Smoky Mountain. He had all those tapes. So we watched. He said he's like, I'm gonna show you NWA, and I was like 15 at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, or Chicago. I think it was Chicago. So we watched that, and then I was so amazed by Dusty, like the way he controlled the crowd and the way he did the jabs, and you got most of people mostly invested, and yeah, so like me and my uncle connected on that. We didn't have many stuff common other than the hockey and wrestling. So he used like show me Dusty Rhodes, and I was like that and going to my first AAW show and Ring of Honor event. So
That's amazing. Yeah, and I can tell you got a big influence of Dusty Rhodes. You love doing the elbow, so you fit right in with the Nightmare Family. Like, that's sweet, man. Next, so another thing I'm very curious about, something that has been very entertaining. Also, one of the first things I remember when I discovered Nasty Leroy is this feud you have going on, this promo feud that you have going on with the Versace God himself, Lio Rush.
oh, the Versace doctor, huh?
How did that come about? Why you guys? Where's this beef coming from? What are your thoughts on the one and only now musician Lio Rush?
Oh no, he's coming out of retirement to get his ass whooping. So it's a fact. It is a fact. He's gonna get this cold dose in Ansarelli.
Why? What is it that triggered you about Lio Rush? Did he beat you in the first promo challenge? What happened?
Oh, he beat me 2 times, and I don't like getting beat 2 times in a row. I don't like it. But I came back. I told him, I was like, "Listen, you got a shot. You got your shots in.
Cut a promo on Lio now.
I was all
tell Lio Rush how you feel right now. Right now, cut a promo on Lio right now, and you tell him how you feel.
Well, I'll say this because Lio Rush wants to extend the truth. He don't really want these hands.
Yeah,
he wants to extend the truth. But I'll say this: this is a little bit of promo. Me getting the
so I'll share this. I'll share it. I'll make sure to tag Lio.
All right, so this is how it goes. Lio, you want to come to Pound Town, USA? You want to be interviewed by that man, the mayor of Pound Town. You want a Versace doctor? Is he Versace doctor's on hard times. I don't know if you know this, everybody, but he is on hard times. He's spent all his money in the WWE. He's basically what it is. We call it out what it is. He spent all his money. He spent all his money on houses and clothes and Versace and stuff when he should have saved his money. And like, what the fuck did you do all that? But you know what? That's okay. Because you're going to interview for a position and Pound Town. Because live in Janela Zone, it might happen Friday or it might happen next Friday. But whenever it does happen, tune in to him get interviewed by that man, the mayor of Pound Town, and see if he is really the truth. I don't really trust it, to be honest. I don't really trust you to be. You say you want the truth, but I got one ear and one eye. I got both eyes open. DT. I don't trust nobody out here, kind of stuff. Well, actually, no, I don't trust nobody because I trust some people. DTL. I don't trust Lio. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna see, and if you got your multiple personality because the quarantine is getting to you, the multiple personality is gonna get your ass kicked. Matter of fact, not only will you get your ass kicked with no money, talking about you're a prize fighter. You don't leave the house and certain this type of money. Well, you better take the money that is offered in this fight because you better not spend it afterwards because I'm not fighting you again. After this is all over, I'm going to bigger and better things. I got Beyond Wrestling, I got AEW, I got PWG to do, and I got to whoop MJF's ass. So he's got to get this cold dose in Ansarelli.
So Lio Rush is just a warm up for MJF, eh? That's what little Lio is. He's just warm up.
Yeah, because he came out challenging me. I don't think Lio Rush fans is like they're coming out of nowhere talking to me. So we don't know who you are. Why are you challenging our favorite wrestler? Listen, your wrestler guy came to me. He came to me talking to that man. He saw that I was on the rise, the hottest in the game. He saw that I was that man, and he wanted to challenge that man. What you don't do is you don't disrespect that man. So he kept disrespecting me, challenging me, calling me all kinds of names. And in front, what the death blow was for him, he did it in front of his mom. I don't disrespect no moms. I don't respect it for nobody's mom.
I did not know that.
He came on his stream laughing at me with his mom. Him and his mom laughing at me. Oh, so now it's personal. Now I'm going to give him a cold dose now. But he says he wants the truth. So we'll see about the truth. I'm worried because I got some stuff loaded up.
I don't think you can truce it with him. I think there's some pent up anger towards Lio Rush. I think the only way there's gonna be a truce is if he steps in the ring with you, and we get Leroy versus Lio, Versace on a pole, or whatever you guys want to do.
It is gonna be a Versace on the pole match.
It's gotta happen.
Or something else. But wherever it's gonna be me whooping his ass. Me giving him a cold.
He said he's done with wrestling. He said he's retired.
No, I don't think you caught it before. He said he's coming out of retirement to fight that man.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's happening. So everybody listen to this. Look forward to that. Nasty Leroy versus Lio Rush.
Also,
yeah.
Also, I just had to say this. I don't want to cut you off, but I have to say this.
No, say whatever you got to say.
Let me get in the camera here. Get this handsome face of the camera. Yeah. Leo's he's all right. He's okay as a rapper. But I don't think people know that Nasty Leroy got some little bars in there waiting.
Why don't you drop some bars for us right now, Leroy?
So, I might just drop a song on Lio. So,
We'll be looking forward to that. Look at that. This is gonna go from a rap battle to a wrestling battle. Nasty Leroy strong, the mirror from Pound Town ready to go. I'll share this. We'll make sure Leo sees it. We'll make sure he knows that you're coming for him. Well, are we going to see you in AEW again? I know you were there for a couple of weeks straight. You went there for the last couple of weeks. What's the game plan here?
The game plan is I'm going to do it very many people don't do, is catch you by surprise.
Yeah.
Just, all I say to people who want to see me in AEW, know that I am in talks with AEW. We got some stuff cooking up.
I'm excited. That's good to know. Got an exclusive here.
But I'm still an independent wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You can still book that man at my email address. You can still book that man at It's Nancy Time without the apostrophe. 215gmail.com. And I'm only going to take the good premier promotions.
There you go. And your booking price is skyrocketing because you're getting more over and over every week. One last quick question that I want to ask is, has Sammy Guevara stopped pursuing your mom? Is he over that now?
Oh no, he's still gonna catch his hands if he try to get with my mom.
He been trying. I
already told my mom last night. So
no more Sammy Guevara trying to go after your mom. He ain't trying to be a
if he tries to, I'm gonna put them hands. He's like,
So we're gonna add Sammy Guevara in the rat bastard list if he keeps trying. Or is he already on it? Who's on the rat bastard list? Name everybody that's on the rat bastard list, because I love the rat bastard.
MJF.
Yeah.
Sammy. And that's that. Oh, also, guy. I'm gonna give him. You're welcome, David Ali. I'm giving you publicity. David Ali was a local guy that I have still beef with, talking shit about my Nancy Hotties.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what a Nancy Hottie is, it's a top-notch lady with sex appeal, and they're badass, and they can kick your ass at the same time, but also looking good. That's what a Nancy Hottie is.
There you go. And also, I want to point out that there was a Janela Zone episode where you got the okay from the Belt God to use the nasty name. It's given to you now.
No. Donald Trump said I can use the name. So
Donald Trump said you can use the name. So that's all cleared, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good there too. What can people expect from Nasty Leroy coming up in the next couple of months or weeks? Is there anything that they should be looking forward to? They should continue to tune into the Janela Zone, your pre-games. Like, what do you want to plug?
Well, I would like to plug these things right now. I think next week or in the next 10 days, I've told Sean Ross Sapp, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
The special edition to the Janela Zone live from the Nancy da Casa. Yeah, you heard me. Live from the Nancy da Casa, me and Joey in my room gonna be doing the Janela Zone. And we'll be all over the city of Atlanta. Even in quarantine, we're gonna be doing our thing. Looking clean, where the haters looking mean. You know? So tonight I would like everybody to come in. I would like to have of course a big audience to see people who haven't checked this guy out. I have my own show called Nancy After Dark, 9 p.m. Also, I'm gonna bring this show back, chilling with Leroy. It's not chilling with Nancy, chilling with Leroy. I'm gonna have my former NFL former NFL player, wide receiver for the, don't call it the Cowboys, but the Raiders and the Panthers. Rocket Ismail and his wife in the afternoon. And then Nancy After Dark, 9 p.m. Effie will be on my show. Go check out the Jim Nancy Boys on my IGTV, Nancy After Dark. Those are one of my good friends. Him and Suge, aka Pineapple Pete, all my good friends in the they've been in the Georgia wrestling circuit, but also the whole Southeast circuit. So that I got the Nancy Really podcast. I know I've been delaying it or not using the podcast, but I want everybody to go subscribe to the Nancy Really podcast. I'm gonna have Sergeant McKenzie on there. I'm gonna have AC Mack on there. I'm gonna have a lot of people on my podcast audio version, and then I might co-host with Ryan one day. So.
Oh, that's sweet. That'd be awesome too. Ryan's a man. And last but not least, what's your Instagram? And you also have a pro wrestling tee store now, right?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're talking. We're talking.
Still in the progress.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so look out for that Nasty Leroy, Nasty Team Pro Wrestling Tee Show store. Other than that, Leroy, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Plug all my stuff. So my Instagram is official Nasty Leroy. Yeah. My Twitter, if you want to talk with that man, that Nasty Leroy. The reason why it's that Nasty Leroy because there's another Nasty Leroy, but he's like a bodybuilder. So I just let him know it's that Nasty Leroy.
Wait, there's another Nasty Leroy? Like his nickname's Nasty too?
Yeah.
What a coincidence. That's weird.
Yeah, what a coincidence. I got TikTok at That Nasty Man on TikTok. And also, like I said, you can check me on podcasts on Spotify, iTunes. Also, I'm part of the Wrestling Soup Network. If you're a fan of my stuff, the order to get to my new episodes is on the Wrestling Soup Network. Wrestling Soup is a great podcast. Mitch and Joe and John Draper, they've really been my good friends before I blew it with Janela. So just check that out. And then I plan to be all over the country, me and Joey as the Nasty Bad Boys, the best tag team coming out quarantine. Look at Clean, where the haters look at me. You know it's Nasty time, and you know to stay nasty, my friends, repping the Nasty team.
Hell yeah, man. Once again, it's a pleasure having you on here, guys. And I'm definitely going to keep following you. I'm a fan now. You won me over, man. I'm a Nasty Leroy fan. I want to be a part of the Nasty team. I dig it. Really looking forward to see what you're up to next. I really want to see this fight with Lio Rush. I want little Lio versus Nasty Leroy. I want MJF versus Nasty Leroy. I want to see you back on AEW. I just think there's a couple of things I want to add, just kind of put you over myself. One, if I took anything from your story that you've been telling us, and that would be that you put your mind to something, you wanted something, even though things didn't go your way, you stayed consistent and persistent, and things started working out for you just because you manifested and you wanted that stuff to happen. I
always tell like guys who ask me for advice.
I usually ask that question, so I usually do ask, like, what advice would you give anybody that wants to get into wrestling or pursue it? What do you usually say?
I tell them that girl, guy, no matter what you are, if you want to get into wrestling, just research the shit out of the school. Know if it's rappable. Have they been places? Are they a good trainer? But not only that, see if it's a good environment for you. Because I think a lot of people get mixed up for it. If they're supporting you, not just on social media just to get their clout up or whatever the case may be. If they support you offline and online, and they're good, positive human beings like we got at the Nightmare Factory, you definitely want to have that. But also, be consistent, because if you don't be consistent, you won't get to see your dreams come true. Like I said before, I tell the girls, like, go to Shimmer. Like you're gonna have great matches, and then you're gonna learn so much. And then by the time you get on AEW and stuff, you will be so much better. And if your goal is to go to WWE, it's the same thing. Go to Evolve, Shine, and go to the places it needs to be going that WWE is affiliated with. That's where you get yourself in the door. That's what you do. And not only your promo skills, you have to practice it all the time. I'm good at promos, but I practice it all the time. As you know, me and Leo and all of them have promo battles. I'm practicing all the time. Your character has to be a little bit of you. It has to be a little bit of you, like the genuine person. Like this is me. Like this is you can't script me. You can't tell me
And
who I am.
that was the second thing I was gonna say. The first thing was like I do admire your consistency and the fact that you want something and you work for it and you go after it. But the second thing I was gonna say before we got into the advice was you come off as such a genuinely good guy, like approachable guy, someone that's really easy to get behind and want to support, because you are who you are and you embrace it. You'll step out of your comfort zone. You'll do the nasty swing in front of Aaron Carter if that's what you got to do. Like a lot of people would be nervous and they'd be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But you're always ready. And that makes people like myself want to support you and be like, man, I don't know who this nasty Leroy guy is. I just discovered who he is, but I like him and I vibe with him and I want to support him because this guy's doing the thing to his fullest, regardless of what the outcome might be. And I've seen you, be open with everybody. You invite people you've never talked to into your live streams and have conversations with them. You make new friends almost every day. You appreciate the people that appreciate you. You get yourself in trouble sometimes. Like I remember being in a live stream and QT texted you to tell you to stop talking about something. You are who you are, and I think because of that, you're gonna go very far because you're nasty Leroy, man. You're almost building your own cult here.
Oh, I don't have a cult. I have the Nasty Nation.
Yeah, you're almost building your own nasty Nation here, I should say. Yeah.
I would like to say this. So, on the tip of advice, like promos, be your genuine self. I try not to in future going after the quarantine. You will never see me charge like a whole bunch for photos. I'll probably charge you $5 because I know how it is. I remember going to a Ring of Honor show with my nephew. I had to go to work. I was in the bathroom and I had to do my thing. And as soon as I came out, my nephew was all mad. He was like, "Oh, I hate Kevin Steen." At the time, he's like, so he still hates him. I'm like, bro, it's you meet wrestlers and it has a bad experience. I had bad experience, but also had good experiences. So I think if you come up to my merch table, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna do my stuff, but I'm gonna give you the photo. But I always say the phone photos are free. Like that's always gonna be free because you don't need to pay for a phone photo. I like to treat the people like how I would want to be treated if I came up to you. So
the golden rule. Yeah.
I think the mainly thing that I want to say is guys or girls, if you're trying to get into wrestling school, or if you say, hey, you know what, I'm trying to go to the Nightmare Factory. If you're in California, if you're in Canada, if you're in England, wherever you are, and you're trying to get to the Nightmare Factory, make the trip. Do what you gotta do. Make the trip. Make the drive because it's gonna be a good investment. All you gotta do, we say at the Nightmare Factory, is walk in the door. As soon as you walk in the door, as soon as you tell us what you want to do, and you invest in yourself, and you are committed, and you're relentless, and you're have a goal, whether it's WWE or AEW, we at the Power Factory / Nightmare Factory, we're a family, so we're gonna take care of you. I will help you out with promos. If you're bad with promos, I'll help you out. I've helped Anna J out so much. And
shout out to Anna J. She's dope.
Yeah, shaped her character. I say you're a natural heel. You're just a natural heel. You just gotta take that. She didn't want to be like, the way you sound sarcastic. It's just like you're a sarcastic heel. It's just what it is. She's a nice person. Don't get me wrong.
I know she is. Yeah.
But she you're like one of them. You look like on your picture like an Instagram model. Yeah. So you gotta use that to your benefit. And I'll help people if they need help. So I'm always down to help people. So that's what I say. Don't be afraid to make the drive or the trip to America or to Georgia. I've been talking to a few people under wrestling. And make sure this is you because we train hard. We train people, and I'll say this and I'll leave. We train people like stars like they're supposed to be, like superstars. Yeah. Like superstars. You try to make it to the WWE, well, we're gonna train you like you in WWE. You wanna make it to AEW, we're gonna Cody Rhodes and all them make it prizes appearances, see what you're doing. And don't get distracted by them. You just put in the work, because QT and I we always are gonna put in the work, and the whole students are gonna put in the work because our training census is not easy. So a lot of wrestlers and a lot of fans leave. And we just tell them like, hey, I'll call him Coach Ray. Coach Ray said, some of you guys are gonna be here in the beginning, and we'll see who really wants it at the end. So
you gotta really want it.
Yeah, who really wants it? It's a great quote by Eric Thomas Cass said, it's okay to talk the talk. It's okay to walk the walk. It's okay to listen to the seminars. It's okay to listen to the motivational. But you gotta get in there and do what beasts do. So if you're not being a beast and get in there with beasts do and go for the hunt, hey, listen, you're not gonna survive in pro wrestling or the Nightmare Factory. So, fuck hell.
There you go, guys. Nasty Leroy, it was a pleasure. This is the first time we spoke. I promise you it won't be the last. I'd love to talk to you again. We'll figure something out. This has just been the beginning, man. This is the beginning of the Nasty Nation growing and popping off.
The Nasty experience, all that,
Every time I say something, you got something else.
The Nasty World Tour coming soon, but we're not calling it the Nasty World Tour. We're calling it the Nasty Takeover Tour.
Hop on the Nasty Takeover Tour. Hop on the Nasty experience before it's too late. Because we okay with bandwagoners, but let's get on the wagon before it's too late. Don't
get on the Nasty Express.
Get on the Nasty Express. Ride that train. All right. It was a pleasure. We'll definitely talk again soon. Thank you for doing this with me. This is another casual conversation with the classic. And we'll see you all next time. Dig it.
Nasty time.
It's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.